Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal, in case you've never been here before. My name is Marie, and today I want to talk to you about food. I've done a lot of videos about products and some products that are really good for you and products that you can use for detoxification and all that, but today I want to talk to you about food. And before I start getting all the nasty emails telling me, who the heck are you to talk about food? You're still overweight. If you haven't been following me a while, I have already lost 120 pounds. And yes, that really is me on my profile picture on my YouTube. I was close to 350. I am now under 200. And I am just trying to lose the last 60 pounds on my weight loss journey, which is not my number one journey. My number one journey is my health. And, losing weight on that journey was just a bonus because I never started this with, I want to lose weight in mind. So today, I want to discuss some food because I get a lot of emails from people asking me, well, what do you eat? What shouldn't I eat? What should I have for dinner? What should I have for breakfast? What should I have for lunch? And I'm not the type of person that likes to tell you what to eat because everybody has different tastes, but I can tell you what absolutely not to have in your diet. Besides dairy, I think dairy goes without saying. If you are still on dairy, we have some problems because dairy is one of, any doctor, chiropractor that knows anything will tell you that 60% of the world's problems would go away if people would just stop eating dairy. It was never meant to be in our body. It's mucus forming. It causes acid. It causes tons of mucus and snot in your body. It causes ear infections in children. We were never meant to take in that from another animal. It was just not meant to eat. And it's just, to me, it's crazy that people will sit there and say, oh, I want a glass of milk. But it's like, if you were to give them that glass of milk and go, oh, it comes from a seal or it comes from an elephant, they'd go, ew. But they're okay with it comes from a cow. Ew. So, I'm not even going to get into the whole dairy thing. If you want to look that up and how bad it is for you and how it's the number one cause of juvenile diabetes and everything else, you can go to notmilk.com. They have all the information you could ever hope for. But if you are still on dairy, that is the one food that you want to get out of your system like yesterday. So today I want to talk to you guys about soy because I get a lot of questions about soy. Should I be eating soy? Is soy bad? Is soy good? Let me tell you, I used to eat a lot of soy in every way possible because years and years ago, I even fed my children soy milk because my children did not, they weren't too okay with like regular milk and regular formulas. So my doctor told me, yeah, you need to put them on soy milk. That was a mistake. If I knew then what I know now, oh, that would have never happened. I would have never put that junk into my children's system, ever. I heard a doctor not too long ago. I was at the store and the lady says, oh, my child is allergic to this formula and that formula and what should I put them on? And he says, well, you need to put them on soy milk. And I swear to God, it took everything I had to not jump into the conversation and go, no, don't give him soy, please, don't give him soy, and it's like, he's telling you he's crazy, don't, I'm telling you, I need to stop going out in public because I need to start really watching myself because, man, some of the things I hear, I'm just like, so, soy is very toxic, but when I first started reading about soy, soy was all the rage. It was wonderful. It was so good for you. Every woman needed it because it was great for, for ovulation, and it was great for, it took your pains, your PMS away. And there was a list of all these wonderful things that soy did. So I used to drink it like crazy. Now, I wouldn't touch it, and I would suggest you not touch it in any way, shape, or form. You know, 2 days ago, I went to Costco, and there was a, you know, I don't know if you guys have a Costco near you, or if you guys go to Costco at all, but they have like food people where they do food demonstrations, and they allow you to try stuff. And there was a lady that was selling CQ10, and I thought, but she wasn't selling it in a pill, she was selling it in a liquid. And I thought, ooh, that's an idea. You know, I like incorporating CQ10 into my diet every once in a while. So I went up there, and I was smelling it, and I'm really leery of trying any of the products there because, you know, I'm just like, I really want to know what's in them. And some people will tell you, oh, stuff is really super healthy. This is why I'm telling you guys, because you guys really need to watch this from now on, because we're getting smarter in our food choices, and the corporate world is getting smarter in how they're hiding the junk that they're feeding to you. And she says to me, she goes, oh, do you have high blood pressure? Do you have diabetes? Do you have, I'm like, no, and no. She goes, oh, this stuff is great. It's great for your heart. Blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. One other thing I learned in that whole conversation is just, you need to be careful who you're talking to, because you have no idea who you're talking to. She could have been talking to a doctor for all she knew. I just play one on YouTube. I've always wanted to say that. Okay. So anyway, you know, she gives me this pink liquid, and she tells me it's CQ10, and I didn't bring my cheaters, right? So the person with me, they have their cheaters, and they're looking at the bottle, and they go, there's soy in there. And they whispered it in my ear, and I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah. So I go, so the minute it hit my tongue, I was like, what is that? And I was like, some sort of fake sugar in here. She goes, oh, it's sucralose. It's really good for you, especially if you're diabetic, because it doesn't raise your, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, I can't believe I just took a drink of this, because sucralose, your body doesn't know what to do with it. It's a fake sugar. Basically, it's a sugar substitute that your body does not know how to break down. And I'm thinking, oh, what possessed me to do this? Why didn't I read? And, you know, and then the person goes, oh, there's soy in there. So I'm like, really? So I looked at her and I go, there's soy in here? And she says, oh yeah, but it's soy lecithin, which is really good for you. And I'm thinking, oh my, I'm going to really regret taking a drink of it. Thank God it was only like 2 ounces. But it's very important to check your stuff before you you stick it into your body. I learned a huge lesson 2 days ago, and I will never do it again. Soy is toxic to the body. I mean, absolutely toxic. This stuff has been processed to death. And, you know, a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, in the Orient, they're really healthy. And okay, that stuff is natural soy. That stuff has not been processed and put into food, and you do not want to put that in your body. You know, there's a lot of raw foodists when I was doing raw foods, because, you know, I try different diets because, and I'm just getting ready in another week to hit a different diet. I do different diets and I do different protocols. I don't want to call them diets. I do different protocols because healing protocols, because I want to know what I am suggesting to my clients. And when my clients call me and say, oh, Marie, this is happening on the protocol, I can say, oh, I know, I went through that. It's okay. You know, so I would never suggest something to someone that I have not tried myself. So I'm on to my next protocol, and I'll have that coming up for you in, I think in one of the next few videos. I'll explain what I'm on and how it's going. And I'm having to give up one of my favorite foods, which is really stressing me out, and I haven't even gone on it yet. But anyway, you know, soy is extremely, extremely toxic to the body. You don't want it in the body. It could cause all sorts of allergies. I mean, this stuff is literally like, it's kind of like margarine. It's only like a few molecules away from plastic. You do not want to put this in your body. It's been processed to death. So when I was on the raw food diet, there was a lot of raw foodies that, oh, you want to put the tahini dressing on there, and you want to put the, this, and one of the big ones is tamari. And after I got off of that protocol, that diet, that lifestyle, I started noticing, and this is what I want you guys, when you go to the store, I want you to like ask yourself these questions. Okay, so supposedly this stuff is really good and you can put it in your food and blah, 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 blah. But if you look at the back of it, it says it's a higher concentration of soy protein that's in here to give it its natural flavor. More concentrated protein? Okay, first of all, soy is bad enough. Now, let's just assume that the soy that they're putting here is nice and natural and good for you. If you read on the back here, it says it has 710 milligrams of sodium. That is a lot of sodium for the human body, and I mean, and your sodium and your potassium have to be very balanced. When you start throwing your body off, there could be a lot of complications. But yet on the front of the bottle, it says, can you see that? It says reduced sodium. Now, if 710 is reduced, wow, I hate to see it when it wasn't. And not only that, but where does the sodium come from? Is it from pink Himalayan salt? Is it from regular table salt? I mean, where are they getting the sodium in this? So, you want to ask yourself like all these questions to make sure that what you're putting into your body is something that you should be putting into your body, and don't fall for all the junk that they're feeding you. Because let me tell you, I have this theory about soy, because back in the 70s, there was a lot of people who were vegetarians. And I heard a lot of people saying, well, I'm not going to become a vegetarian. I'm not going to stop eating meat. My brother's a vegetarian. He got cancer. Or my sister was a vegetarian and she died of cancer. One of the most famous vegetarians that passed away was Linda McCartney, Paul McCartney from the Beatles. His wife died of cancer and she was a vegetarian. And I have a theory that the reason that all these vegetarians became so sick and they were getting cancer and they were dying is because back in the 70s, when this whole vegetarian movement really got started, they started coming out with all these soy products, the soy burgers and the soy chicken and the soy this and the fake soy bacon, and I mean everything. And one of the big ones is the soy burgers that everybody was so and the tofu and the this and the that. So these vegetarians, they got off the meat, but as they gravitated off the meat, it was like, oh, give me the fake stuff. And there was so much soy in there that back then we didn't have the research we have now telling us how bad soy truly is for your body. And I'm going to tell you something else, as just so that you're aware of this and you start paying attention while you're out there, is that as society gets more intelligent and more aware of the junk and the chemicals that they're putting into our stuff, there's a lot of people, gluten has come to the forefront about how bad gluten really is. I mean, gluten, it's not just one person that's allergic to gluten or some people that have gluten sensitivity. Everyone is allergic to gluten. It is a toxin in your body. Your pancreatic enzymes do have no idea what gluten is. Gluten is a ton of glue that sits in your system. It is a binder. It's not even a food. So as this is coming to light and more people are starting to realize this fact and they're going, oh no, I don't want gluten. I don't want gluten in my diet. These people are getting more and more intelligent, and they're coming out with products that say non-GMO, certified organic, no gluten, but they're full of soy. And they're now taking out the gluten because people are getting smarter, and now they're slipping in the soy. So you need to really, really pay attention to how much soy content is in that food, how much sodium you are taking in from these products that are soy based, because a lot more people are having anxiety attacks, and a lot more people are having panic attacks, and screwing up their adrenals and their nervous system. And one of the problems is that, like I told you, that sodium, and that sodium has to be level in your body, has to. And when you throw that off whack, when you get too much sodium, too much fake sodium, you know, it starts throwing your body off, and you start having problems with your nervous system, and you start having problems with anxiety and panic and everything else. So you don't want to do that. So that is my message to you this Friday, is how bad soy is for your body, and how you need to watch out on how much soy you are introducing into your body without even your own knowledge. I'm telling you, you guys, after this video, you're going to be amazed if everything you pick up is says soy, because they're shoving it in everything now. So, with that said, I'm going to go enjoy my weekend. I have been, I don't know if it's enjoying, I'm painting the outside porch. I'm surprised I'm not covered in paint right now. So I've been very busy trying, that's what I'm doing throughout the week, is I'm painting a porch, and I'm trying to work in my backyard, and I'm trying to get my my garden getting ready for the food and stuff, and to eventually break ground on a place to heal. So I'm going to go enjoy my weekend. I hope that you guys do the same. Until I see you next week, please stay happy, stay healthy, and try to enjoy this weird weather that we're having. I don't know if it's happening in your neck of the woods, but here it's been really weird. All right, till next time. Bye-bye.